I'm ready for war. I just got 20, I'm running on empty. This mobile that came from my money is silly. I feel like envy, not trying to be friendly. It is what it is, if you want me, come get me. Whenever you ready, no, I keep it steady. Yeah, I get the W, throw the confetti. Please do not tempt me, don't hold it against me. We about that action, don't ever forget it. Squad of gorillas, the army, the navy. When I call a play, I'ma score like I'm Brady.
Today, from Empower Field at Mile High in Denver, it's Week 3 of the NFL on EA Sports. Bridgewater and the Denver Broncos versus Justin Herbert and the New York Jets.
We find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the New York Jets and the Denver Broncos. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Bridgewater. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. The numbers for Adams in last week's game. 6 catches, 110 yards in the score.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that he's off to a hot start here in this first month, and those are the kind of performances you expect to see going forward.
On 1st and 10, Bridgewater. Open man is Edwards. He's got it. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. Second down and 3. They run. Cook. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46.
And that's why Dalvin Cook is the Minnesota Vikings feature back. You put the ball in his hands, good things happen. 2nd in the NFL last year in rushing with 1,557 yards, and that's now back-to-back 1,000-yard seasons with 30 combined total touchdowns. What a player is Dalvin Cook.
They run again on 1st down. Cook. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Bridgewater now. He hits Adams complete. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sidelines thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, You go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing is Bridgewater. Completes it to Fant on the right side. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
How about the timing on that one? Boy, they were in sync, weren't they? 3-step drop, ball's out of his hands, right to the tight end. Nice completion, just like they do it in practice.
On 3rd down, Bridgewater. He's got his tight end, Fant. Touchdown! Noah Fant, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Broncos take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point up and good by Succop. And it's now a 7-0 game. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it culminates in a touchdown by the Broncos. And no return here for Agnew, so they'll bring it out, start the drive at the 25. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. And they'll be led by the NFL's Offensive Rookie of the Year for 2020. In his 2nd season, former Oregon Duck, Justin Herbert. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. No luck whatsoever there on the draw.
Yeah, they're supposed to use their aggressiveness against them. That was the hope. But maybe they had too big of a meal last night. A half step slow, and he ends up running right into the meat of the defense.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
This complete to Lockett. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down. How about this for an opening drive decision? You got 4th and short, just outside of field goal range in all likelihood. What do you do?
I'm going for it. I've got to go get it right now. I want to establish a tone. It's early in the game. I want to let my offense know that I believe in them. And you know something else? I let my defense know I believe in them also by taking that gamble. If we don't get it, it's okay. You guys will cover for me. Okay, you and I are sitting up here getting ready to analyze whether they should go for it or not. Did you see the quarterback just point to the sideline and say, everybody back, I've got this call?
Well, you knew this side of the field, they're in plus territory, 4th and 1. He wasn't coming off the field.
No, he wasn't coming off the field, and he wasn't letting the offense go with him at all. He said, we're staying out here, and we're picking this one up. That's some leadership right there.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's a toss right side for Hunt. And a short gain down to about the 33. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground. Well, I know from past experience, before you actually play a game, you visualize what's going to happen. And I don't know anyone who doesn't visualize themselves being in the center of what's going on. That's 3 catches for him here in the early going. He's got to like the way this is started.
Absolutely. 3 catches on any drive is good. Opening drive, that's a tone setter. Here's 2nd and a yard. A carry here for Hunt. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Demetric Felton with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Jets are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And it's no good. He misses the extra point, and this remains a 7-6 game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails, because they had it going pretty good last time, too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
To throw again on 2nd down. Bridgewater. And this will be caught by Edwards. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
Well, they obviously read man coverage there, partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender, made him
What do you mean by that, Burke?
Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield. Then he curls back inside for the completion.
And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Jet touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender. From there, he doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
So on now comes the Jets offense as they're going to go for 2 here. After the turnover, here's Herbert. And the Jets are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. And there's a quick momentum swing. INT return for a pick 6, and then the 2-point conversion good.
And even if you're keeping your wits about you, you're thinking to yourself, okay, extra point block team going into the game now. All of a sudden you're hearing defense. Everyone's scrambling for their helmets and throwing down their cups of water. That's a great position for them to be in, trying to score against that team. A little bit disjointed.
And the football going back over to the Denver Broncos. And fresh off the pick 6, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. 1st down, here's the run with Cook. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
2nd down, they go right back to Cook. A broken tackle, but couldn't create much space. Down just beyond the 35. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. 2 minutes gone by, second quarter. Now Bridgewater. And it's complete to Adams. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. Davis there on the stop.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 25-yard line.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
On first down, it's Cook. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Strong run, but still wrangled before reaching the 20. Now 3rd down is looming, a pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
He's got it to Williams. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
A very important 3rd down conversion right there, because when you're trailing and find yourself this deep in enemy territory, the kicker's not even part of your thought process. You got to make it pay off with 6. Nice connection right there to set up 1st and goal.
From the gun, Bridgewater. Touchdown, Broncos! Devontae Adams, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying the football game. Extra point put through by Succop, and we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive, and it ends with a Denver touchdown. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Jamal Agnew now to return it. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Back onto the field come the New York Jets for their 2nd drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Herbert. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
Well, this is an awfully tough route to defend in man coverage because he lines up on the right and then runs a crossing route back to the other side of the field. So as a defender, you're not only trailing him the whole way, you're also looking out for your own guys to make sure you don't get yourself picked off. And then you can't catch up in time to prevent the completion.
And that's just a solid, good physical run there as he motors for 9 yards. 2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. On 2nd down, right back to Hunt. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line.
Well, think of it like you would a typical boxing match. The person is on his heels and absorbing blows is having a tough time. And that's what's happening to the defense right now because the offense is on his toes and punching. And there's another 1st down run right there.
Herbert setting up to throw on first down. Escaping the pressure right. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. Give him 3 on the gain there. 2nd and goal.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone, trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
They'll try to run with Hunt, and they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Line of scrimmage at the 4. Here's 3rd and goal. Back to throw here, Herbert. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. A great effort there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Jets have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is in a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
So they elect to pass there on the 2-point try. Sometimes could prove risky. There it worked out.
Yeah, and I love how you bring up that it can prove risky, because if you get it intercepted and they return it, that's 2 points for the defense, but not on that play.
And the mile-high air in full effect as that's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Well, the white flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it.
56, Mike, 56, right there.
And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. So we've reached halftime and we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this week 3 matchup. And the Jets set to receive this 3rd quarter kickoff, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in the second half. Now Jamal Agnew from his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard short. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll run with Hunt. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up. found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
On second down, right back to Hunt. Room here to run. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hunt looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain there, and it brings forth a 3rd and long. Herbert off of play action. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the 2nd half. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go down.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Sean Davis with a pick. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Jet touchdown. So a pick 6 there out of the nickel package. They went with 5 DBs.
Almost becoming the base package in the NFL is the nickel. Hard to throw against. That was demonstrated one more time. A pick 6 going the other way.
And they'll have Herbert try and throw for it. And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more. And they turn the pick 6 into a pick 8 with that 2-point conversion.
I love how you upsell. That is outstanding right there. What a big-time play. Big switch in how this game was going, and then they capitalized a little bit on top.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Bronco offense now set to come back out onto the field. Trying to fire up that running game with Dalvin Cook. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. 58 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Cook. And he's going to have a Broncos 1st down as good running gets him to about the 44. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
Bridgewater's throw into the hands of Fan. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Got the defense on their heels. 2 first downs in a row, and now a pickup of 8. Only needing 2 yards on 2nd down. Handoff comes to Cook. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. He can muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a 3rd and very short. On play action, it's Bridgewater. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
tell you what, it looks like he's shaking off that pick six just fine. It's not just defensive backs that have to have short memories. Quarterbacks utilize that as well. A much more confident throw right there.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
We got three, fellas, we got three.
Now a run with Cook. Escapes the defender, and he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
Cook. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Dalvin Cook, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Broncos get a bit closer. Bridgewater will try and throw. And this is going to be caught, so they do get it. And the 2 points, now they're back down to a 1-score deficit. And that almost makes it a brand-new ballgame. Now it's a 1-score affair after they get the 2.
And you have to know they were holding their breath on the 2-point play because they had to have it to get it within the range that you just talked about. Dialed up their 2-point play. It worked. Now they're feeling like they've got a shot at this one.
And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback. New York ready to go again offensively. Pretty important third-quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. They'll begin the drive with Hunt. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
On 2nd and 9, Herbert. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Maurice Hurst able to drop him for a loss of 4 from his defensive tackle spot.
Like how they've started the third quarter here. They force a punt on the first drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their second win coming out of the locker room. And with a 3rd and 13 here, the defense in a dime look. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Looking for Sanders here on the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
It's a 40-yard punt, but they lose yardage on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. 92 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Well, I think after that run, the defense get back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into his windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
9 yards on the carry there, and that will be the final play of quarter number 3. We have played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On second down, it's Cook again. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Dalvin Cook with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Broncos have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the 4th. They'll look to throw. And he will get into the end zone for 2. And this game now tied here in the 4th. Still time to work with on the clock, but they wanted the tie now, and they got it.
And I love their aggressiveness. Go ahead and get it done. Get the game tied. Now your team has the momentum, and you're staring across the field saying, let's see if you can match us.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Back on offense, New York gets set to take over. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now Herbert off the bootleg. Flushed out right. Herbert has it knocked free. It's picked up by the Broncos. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
Well, so much for the 4-minute offense. They were trying to reduce the clock, get in position to win the game, and leave no time for them to come back and catch them. And guess what? They turned the ball over. Yeah, I mean, they had it all set up for themselves, and they let it get away.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Cook. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old. School football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. 2nd and 2. They go play action. Bridgewater. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line.
And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars. And he came through with a nice catch right there.
Bridgewater. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Tie game, 4th quarter. You're already in the red zone, well in field goal range. You can't throw a pick there.
And you know I want to give all the credit to the defenders, right? I mean, they made a play on the ball. But bottom line, you set up the situation perfectly. You've already got the field goal in the bag. You've got to make sure you take care of the football in that situation.
To begin the drive, here's a handoff to Hunt. And he'll lose yardage and be down at the 7-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And that's exactly what you're looking for at the inside linebacker spot. Versatility. He can drop into coverage, or as he did on that last play, use his speed to get to the perimeter and knock the ball carrier for a loss.
Meanwhile, Herbert's throw into the hands of Lockett. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And he finally goes out of bounds across the opposite 40. Big yardage that time for the Jets.
I would say just add that one to the total of big plays he's already made here in the first month of the year. You've got to think the front office and the coaching staff have got to be excited about what they've seen so far and really excited about what they expect to see down the road.
41 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
On 2nd down, right back to Hunt. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. On first down, it's Hunt, and he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now it's Herbert. And this is incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Herbert now. It's caught. Lockett. Nifty move. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4.
I don't care how many times we say it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Again, it's Hunt, and he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Kareem Hunt, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jets go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get him over the goal line.
And he's got it. So the 2-point conversion is good, and they add on to their 4th quarter lead. So they're able to throw it in for the 2-point conversion, and sometimes that can be a risky play, but they got it.
Yeah, you always have to be careful here because if you do get it intercepted, it's returned by the defense, that's 2 points for them, but he identified an open target and put it right on him.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. There's still plenty of time here in the 4th quarter. In just a 1-possession game, down 8. They'll be looking for the touchdown and 2-point conversion. A field goal here on this drive does very little at this stage. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And it's hauled in by Jared Cook. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First play of the drive in their hip pocket. Of course, the focus here has to be the touchdown and the two-point conversion. Field goals aren't going to help you.
Yeah, but how about that first play of the drive? Just to get them started, nice gain, got some positive momentum going. They're on their way, and they don't have to rush.
And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
You know, it's not just all athleticism from defensive linemen. Let's give them a little credit for their football intelligence as well. Read and react by them, understood the play call, and stacked it up and stuffed the run.
The Broncos on third down. Can't be any better than a perfect 6 for 6. This is 3rd and 9. Now Cook, he's got it off the draw, and he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. And they've got a 4th down now in a game that, to be honest, has been pretty much everything we could have. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 46. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. A 4th down, they felt compelled to go for it, and he throws the INT.
Yeah, he knows that you can't take a sack there, so he had to try and force one in. Now, this might not be a throw he makes if we're in the second quarter, but he had to take the chance there, and this one wound up being intercepted.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. With the late lead, Herbert's going to throw it. He lets it fly for Lockett. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie from TCU, Trayvon Merritt. And the Broncos are right back in this football game. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
There, that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Bridgewater. Finding Edwards. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. First down now, but the clock continues to move. 20. And he's finally out of bounds, but he's taken it all the way down to the 8. A huge play there for Denver. He had one touchdown earlier, nearly a 2nd one there.
Yeah, it took a touchdown-saving tackle to keep him out of the end zone after a big play. Perhaps you go right back to him. Don't need the distance, but maybe he can pay things off after a big effort.
They'll run with Cook. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. And we've reached the 1-minute mark in this game. Bridgewater to throw. And this will be caught. Touchdown. So in the final minute here now, a 2-point conversion will tie the game.
The touchdown's massive, but now they've got to have 2 to possibly take this to overtime.
All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. They're going to try and run for it. And he's going to get into the end zone. The 2-point conversion successful. And we've got ourselves a tie football game. Huge, huge conversion there to tie this thing up. But they're not done yet. Their defense needs to get a stop.
Yeah, there's still plenty of time for the other team to come downfield and put some points on the board. But job 1 was taken care of. The 2-point conversion to get this thing tied.
The Denver defense, they get ready to do battle again here. The situation, tie game. They're just hoping to keep it that way, aren't they?
They are, and right now everything is really being dictated by how they're going to attack offensively. Will they take a knee and just try and get to overtime? Will they try and run some big plays? Got to stay loose and alert and be ready for anything on defense.
Got to think they're going to try to get in field goal range here, right?
You would think so, but some of them will look at the clock and say, I'm better off taking my chances in overtime because I might turn it over here. So you just have to be prepared.
They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. Second and 4. Herbert. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to. Well, the defense certainly did its job. They held up in that situation, and now fourth down. You've got to punt this and try to get to overtime. There's no decision to be made in my estimation.
Tie game, fourth quarter, and they're going for this thing on fourth down. They snap it to Herbert. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Jets try it, but the fourth down play doesn't work. And the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position. So first and 10 now from the 30. Oh, they go with a tight end carry. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. On second down, Cook. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. We've got free football. 4 quarters done, and we're dead even. We'll have overtime after this timeout. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get...
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. To return, here's Agnew. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Another drive coming up for New York's offense. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. Oh, and it's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. A costly mistake here in OT.
And you know what they say, when you throw an interception like that in overtime, you don't usually get a chance to throw a second one. I mean, I'm not sure the analytics on it. Let's ask Marvin, our statistician, to ring that down for us. That's typically how coaches and teams feel about it. If you throw one, you likely cost yourself the game.
They'll run on first down. Cook. And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down at the 37. I don't want to overhype it, but this is a big early season game, especially an overtime win. That can give you a big boost going forward in the season.
It certainly can, and I don't think you're overhyping it because cliches go out the window when you start to play overtime. And you're right, the winner of this game now, that's an extra boost moving forward. And it actually is an extra hurt for the team that loses because normally you shake it off. But in this situation, it lingers a little bit longer.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Give to Cook out of the gun. And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Well, right now, every little bit of yardage helps. They're obviously well within his range. It's just about keeping the football and getting in the right spot.
Know your kicker. As you mentioned, get it to the right spot, the place that he wants to kick it from. And if you do decide to throw the football, it either goes to your team or no one. It's the only kind of throw you make.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. A great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps him pick up the first. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settle it, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys, poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. It looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try?
And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT. So the game-winning touchdown came through the air in overtime. 4 quarters wasn't enough. We were treated to a really good one, weren't we, Parker?
That we were, and I just love being able to be witness to a game like this all the way through. Who's going to win it? What? We're getting overtime? Great for us. A lot of tension on the field. Very tough. Not surprised it ended with a passing touchdown. That's the way we play in the NFL. But the execution was pretty darn good.
So for Denver, they're into the win column now as they move to